Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's caught. Becker. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Sheds off the tackle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, Stafford here. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time.
Touchdown, Rams! Robert Woods on the touchdown throw from Matthew Stafford. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Here we go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Keep those sticks moving. Watch safety scream. Watch safety screaming. Safety screaming.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And down inside the 15 he goes. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. As the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for two here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
11 MT. You remember me? Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here we go. 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Cincinnati. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd
Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 24 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And he's got it. So they try for two, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Again, it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 34. This is third and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now it's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers There to make the grab.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Now Burrow.
And this one's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing, Burrow.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Rams have won the game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance. sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
On first down at Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time. On the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Stafford. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 4th down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Patriots 68-yard line.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll roll him out, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Second down back at the 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception to see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
At the 19-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. He will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Throwing, Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Jones. Flushed out right. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stafford on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Olszewski now from his end zone.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off play action. Newton, he'll buy some time right. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off play action. Newton rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Newton. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Brady now on first down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble. 44 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
Not much there, only a yard. To throw again on second down. Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. These two teams all tied after one. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Brady. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Brady's going to sneak it, and he is going to lose yardage here. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And Brady will sneak it, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You don't often see a sneak on 2nd down. Usually that's reserved for a 3rd or 4th down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. They'll roll him out right. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Newton. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job.
What's good, man?
In the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newton throwing again. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Shout out Air Eddie, man.
He's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st down, it's Newton. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll go down the middle before getting us inside the 30. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, Newton. He'll buy some time right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Six yards left on 2nd down. On play action, it's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on third down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
They go with McCaffrey.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Newton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
101 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Newton's going to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Cam looking to throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get it,
touchdown! Robbie Anderson, 42 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 45 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Throwing here, Newton. Rolling to his right. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 41 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Newton going to try and throw. Incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this moment. No, okay. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play action. Now it's Brady fighting to stay upright. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they just said, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?